Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Chris, who wanted the Zeta Gundam in White Dingo colors. I went with the Gym White Dingo's colors, so I took them off of there, and I added basically a third gray to kind of complement the other grays and dark colors on it, just to flesh out the Zeta's usual color scheme a little bit. So I hope you like what I've come up with, Chris. I think it looks pretty good. Duchess Snow, aka Nurse Gundam, is here with me somewhere. As usual, I think we've gotten separated because I am, for one thing, she's in a Hamma, which is a long-range support suit, and I am in the Zeta Gundam, which I tend to play very close range because as far as I'm concerned, the double melee is pretty much its best asset. So, yeah, Duchess is out there. She's fighting something, and I'm not quite sure where. We were talking about that in the comments recently, just how we usually end up separated. And, like I said, I think a lot of that's on me. And as always, Faz has a base. This is 600. The level 1 Faz has a base melee defense of 0. So yeah. But like I said, I think a lot of that's on me because when I can't find a good place to be effective, I usually just, kind of wander off and find a better place, because, just, if I'm, stuck behind a bunch of allies and can't get a shot in, or I am just getting beat up a lot, I tend to want to reposition pretty drastically, pretty frequently, so. Okay, well, the Akzaku Commander's back. That Mark II is finally down. We're fighting the Akzaku. I've taken some hits from my allies, but that can't really be helped. Akzaku Commander did manage to get in get my shield, but I managed to get the kill shot on it. So there's the Faz again to my right, but I'm going to try and help focus this down pretty rapidly. Let's see, Faz is down, Duchess is up there, and yep, she is color coordinated with me. That word does have syllables and stuff. Color coordinated with me in White Dingo colors in the Hamma, so yeah, that's I want to use the Hamma again. I haven't used that in a while, and I landed myself in an airstrike, so I'm not using this for a little while. And as you can see, so far it is a really good round. A 6,400 to 1,000. Enemy team could still come back, because I've come back from similar. I've been on teams, I should say, that have come back from that, because even if you're playing beautifully by yourself, you can't make up a difference like that by yourself. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's see, 5 minutes left. Was thinking about doing an airstrike, but decided I'd get back with the rest of the group first. Or, actually, yeah, here's this DJ that's been separated from its pack, and I figured I'd take care of that. Probably trying to take our base, but I have not seen it, so... Or maybe it was trying to repair and I already killed the pilot. No, I'm kind of eyeballing the waypoint, but haven't seen it. If they're not going there, they're probably going for our base, and to be honest, I'm not... I'd actually be more upset about the waypoint than the base, which is dumb, but actually I guess it's not, because losing a waypoint can, and there's the reach on that beam bayonet, which is fantastic. Losing the waypoint, especially since I'm pretty sure it's our only one at the moment, can turn a battle much more drastically than having your base blown up. Losing your base means you lose, in this case, 3,600 points, which would not even halfway catch them up to us. And losing the bonus for repairing when you're stationary near it. That's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. But losing the only waypoint, that means that your entire team has to come in from the base. And that's a real recipe for disaster, because that means it's much easier to get spawn staggered, and that is death. There's Faz, tagged it, it resisted the stun that would come from that ordinarily, and they've got somebody up on the bridge. It's the Mark II, I think. Or is it a Mudrock? It's definitely one of those, probably a Mark II. Okay, the Faz is what got me, so I won't find out. I thought I saw hovering for a second, and the Mark II, of course, walks. The Mark II should be able to hover, but Hovering is weird because sometimes they represent a suit's extended hovering capabilities as, actually hovering like the Dom. And then with some things that can walk or hover, like the Mark II or the Hyakushiki, they seem to represent it as having a really good boost gauge. So just kind of, I won't say it's inconsistent, but different approaches get taken for different mobile suits. So that is a Rick DS2. That can actually be a real headache, because even with type disadvantage, it has really strong melee, and its double beam rifle can actually cause heavy stagger when charged. So that's a thing. Zero Shiki did manage to stun me, but I don't think it had... Okay, it does have the clay bazooka, so it was able to stun lock me and knock me down. So that's, yeah, and decent melee. Somebody's hitting it in the back, though. Number 6 in the other Zeta, so that's good. Tagged it. Managed to tag the Faz as well, but it did counter me. Luckily, it also has very low melee attack, so I didn't take a lot of damage from that. I took the damage from, I think, the Zero Shiki that was with it, or a shot that the Faz snuck in afterwards. So managed to tag that, and luckily the Faz is not turned around. That gave me time to finish the Zero Shiki. They have planted a bomb in our base. At the moment, it doesn't matter much, and there's that. Tried to launch a tackle, but was too far away, and I managed to get the shot in. So, yeah, so as you can see, they managed to bring it back fairly substantially. They did bomb our base. It is gone, but we're still 3,000 points ahead. I can't really complain. And it looks like everybody is over there, and I found out I can't go over that building, so... Now I'm out of boost, but I'm almost there, and I should be able to hopefully provide some support without just offering up my, low hit pointed self to the enemies. Looks like the enemy are spawn staggered, though, which is bad news for them. And something hit me. Support fire? Looks like it. Which, this little kill box is a great place for that. But there's a minute left. We've still got about a 2,000 point lead. And, I'm pretty sure we win it, but if we don't, kudos to the enemy team, because dang. Also, unusual that point A is the one we wound up keeping, because usually that's not one you end up with when you're starting from that side of the map. Also, it's the outer points don't tend to be ones that you get to keep, in my opinion. They just, if you try and capture them at the beginning of the map, it splits the team and things just get really messy. But, yeah, let's see. And gonna go in on the Faz, get myself knocked down a little bit. There's only 2 enemies here. I've got 2 allies backing me up. It should be okay. 15 seconds, and shot it. Grenades. If you follow the beam rifle with grenades, it is enough to stun even a Faz, and that should be not quite enough. Okay, somebody got the kill. That's fine. Another kill was got. And we're about to wrap this up. Zero Shiki, I'm not going to have time to do anything to it because we're out of time. But... yeah, it was a good round. We did pretty well, and as usual, Duchess and I were in separate zip codes for the whole thing. But the color schemes do coordinate really nicely. And I wound up with top score at 4,470. And let's see, what else? 6 kills and 3 deaths, 92,000 damage. So, yeah, hope you like it, Chris. And that is gonna do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more, so till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! I think it was Duchess that also found an illustration of the latter-day White Dingo team, because apparently the team was still around well into the end of the first Universal Century. And that's an interesting mishmash of mobile suits that they had. Somebody got basically downgraded to a Gym Sniper Custom. There was, I think, a Gym 2 and a Gym 3, and just, yeah, really interesting setup. It'd be interesting to do a modern sequel to Rise from the Ashes with that version of the White Dingo team, I think.